Hello, I'm Luca De Giglio, and this is the Web3 in Travel podcast, where you can learn about crypto, blockchain, and how the new internet will change travel. A few people have told me to check this new project called TravelX. And so I'm doing that. I'm doing that as usual when I analyze a Web3 in travel project. I start from knowing nothing and I just go through the website and the media and whatever is available online, and I try to comment live. So as I'm speaking right now, I know nothing about them. I just quickly checked the website. I see there's enough media to make it relevant, so I don't know anything. And by the end of about 1 hour of analyzing this, I will know a bit more. It doesn't mean I will have a final judgment and you should follow my advice on this at 100%. I'm just trying to keep my analysis process transparent, but if you really want to get any value out of this, you should have your own, and maybe starting from mine if you have no idea where to start from. But you should be able to do your own research. You will see this acronym around in crypto often, which is DYOR. Do your own research. Never listen to influencers or YouTubers or podcasters tell you this is a great project. Nobody really knows how projects will go in the future, but you can learn how to analyze them. And of course, the most important thing here is to avoid the scams. And the second one is to know how much to invest if you have to invest, or how much to get involved with them. And there's nothing which can replace your own personal analysis. Today, I will start with an article from CoinDesk. This is from the 23rd of September, 2022. And then there's another one in October the same year. So it's in the business section, and CoinDesk is a publication dedicated to crypto. It's been around for a while. So the title is NFT Marketplace TravelX launches with tickets from low-cost Argentinian airline Flybondi. Subtitle: The platform hopes to offer the inventory of 60 more airlines within the next 12 months, by Andres Engler. Again, 23rd of September, updated on the 27th of September. There's a 5-minute video. I won't go through this. Let's read it. TravelX, a marketplace for tokenized travel products, went live on Wednesday with the offering of inventory of the low-cost Argentine airline Flybondi. The platform currently offers 2.5 million tickets, which are tokenized when purchased and converted into non-fungible tokens called NFT tickets. TravelX Chief Blockchain Officer Facundo Martin Diaz told CoinDesk. Okay, so this is my comment here. This is interesting. Taking normal tickets, which we can consider contracts. That's the way I kind of see tickets, as contracts between buyer and a seller, and convert them into digital assets, so NFTs, which usually have this property which they can be transferred and then transferred for free or sold, basically something you cannot do with your usual airline ticket, unless you go through the airline or through the agency and say, can I change name on this? The article goes on. To purchase tickets on the platform, users can fund the TravelX wallet, which also serves to manage the NFT tickets, or pay via Binance Pay. So the TravelX wallet. So you need a wallet, a new wallet, which you didn't have before. And this wallet shows you the NFT tickets and the funds you put in it to buy on the platform. We'll see more about this, I guess, later. Or pay via Binance Pay. Binance Pay is kind of an app where you can pay people or companies with crypto. Let's go ahead. TravelX is built on the Algorand blockchain and made its infrastructure open so that other companies, such as exchanges or marketplaces, can use TravelX APIs to create their own marketplaces. Okay, that's interesting. So Algorand. What is the Algorand blockchain? Is it a good choice? Well, I won't really go digging into Algorand. You just need to know it's a proof of stake blockchain. Proof of stake is when there's no miners like Ethereum is now. It's been founded in 2019. It seems a pretty solid project. It's launched and maintained by a private corporation. The code is open, and I had a look at the transactions, and they're growing. Well, let's suppose it's a good base on which to build your business. The part in which they say that it's the TravelX is open, there's open APIs to create their own marketplaces, is interesting and important. So you build a platform which people can use with other apps, so other apps can connect to this. Now, what I would like to know is like, what does it mean open? Because open is different than permissionless. That's a very important point for any project you will analyze in the future. Open means the door is open. But I could close it. I could close the APIs. I could say, you can use my APIs and you cannot. Let me clarify what an API is in case you don't know. APIs are basically plugs you can use to get data and write data on my platform. So you can integrate your app, your website, etc. And when I say open, it means, well, it's not clear what it means. We'll see it probably later. But open usually is like, it's open, you can use it. But it doesn't mean permissionless. Permissionless, I can't close it. It's a big difference here. So I'm building on an open infrastructure, and maybe the infrastructure will one day close. So, it happened with Twitter many years ago. Many companies built something on Twitter. The APIs were open, and then they closed them, and many companies were killed as a result. Permissionless, as it is in blockchains, is like even the people who created the infrastructure, they cannot close it even if they wanted to. Ethereum is permissionless, Bitcoin is permissionless, and so on. So very, very important distinction about any project or infrastructure you want to build on top of. Within 6 to 12 months, the platform hopes to incorporate the inventory of more than 60 airlines, with special focus on Latin America and European operators. And in 2023, Middle East. Okay, these are projects for plans for the future. In November, the company closed an 11 million seed round by Borderless Capital, who added that it plans to raise a Series A funding round early in 2023. The company has 85 employees. TravelX was founded by Diaz and Juan Pablo Lafos, who previously founded Almundo.com, a tourism marketplace sold to CVC Corporation for $75 million in 2019. Okay, now investments. When a Web3 project gets investments, investors put money into it. And what they need is to get money out of it multiplied. Let's always remember that. It's not bad. Actually, it's most of the times it's needed. It's really hard to bootstrap any kind of startup, also in the Web3 space. In the Web3 space, there's always the other option, which is selling your tokens to retail to raise money, or NFTs to retail. But that comes with a lot of other kinds of problems. So I'm not here advocating for one or the other or for bootstrapping. Let's just remember the dynamics which are set in place when a company raises money from investors. That money has to come back multiplied. And how does it come back multiplied? Well, the good way is that the company starts making money, so its valuation grows, and then it gets sold. The bad way is usually when there's a token involved and the token has been sold for 10 cents and then it's sold to retail for 50 cents or $1. So in this case, we don't see tokens. So this is the classic startup approach. Now, it has to be considered that because there are investors involved, there may be more incentive into there is for sure more incentive for them to exit. So if a company raises money like this, and then they go like the token way or they go the community way, never forget there are investors and they come first. But this is not the case of TravelX here. There's only, as far as I can see from the little I've read, a company which raised money and now is building a product. So everything is pretty linear so far. As of now, the platform allows transactions using the USDC stablecoin and has no plans to incorporate other stablecoins, although it could eventually integrate coins developed by airlines. Diaz added. Oh, interesting. Eventually integrate coins developed by airlines means that if an airline says, I have a token, please accept it in your platform, they may do it. Interesting. Now, USDC is at the moment I would call it a corporate stablecoin. It's the safest from a point of view of regulators. So it's a token, stablecoin, which has been launched trying to be compliant with regulators, differently than DAI. Actually, DAI used to be completely decentralized. Now it's kind of tainted by USDC, but that's another story. Or USDT, which is kind of playing this whack-a-mole game of trying to convince the markets that they are backed by dollars or other values, but at the same time not being easy to be captured. That's a very important fact that I think many people kind of forget. If you go the regulated way, you can be shut down at any moment, or your transactions are easily shut down by, a government official, SEC or whatever, OFAC or all this governmental agency who say, okay, stop operating, and you will stop operating. USDC will stop the very day they are told to stop, right? Or stop all the transactions made in Iran, right? Why? Because Iran is sanctioned. Oh, but I want to help the Iran ladies, the women in Iran and all the people who are protesting against the oppressive regime, right? So I want to help democracy and freedom. No, you can't, because Iran is sanctioned. So that's what a corporate stablecoin, that's how it operates. It's perfectly accepted everywhere until it's not. So there is this risk of regulatory kind of censorship. Other stablecoins like USDT are less attackable, but still they are. We don't have today a stablecoin which is completely free. So that's a bit the problem. That's why people are trying to create algorithmic stablecoins, which have nothing to do with dollars and stuff and banks, but they are hard to do. Algorithmic stablecoins are hard to. It's a difficult economic and technical challenge, and the last one crashing was the UST on Terra, and we know how bad that was. No, apart from this, it is perfectly understandable and normal for a proper company which has raised money from investors, which is going on the market trying to be compliant, to accept USDC. But let's not forget that USDC or the company itself are inside a framework, are inside a legal framework, which at any time could say you cannot do this, you can do that, etc. It's a choice most companies will do. This is the way every company has worked so far. We have a new way today, which is the permissionless crypto Web3 approach to the world. But this is not the case. This is a normal company trying to raise normal money and allowing the most normal stablecoin possible. So last paragraph, TravelX charges no fee when a user purchases a ticket on the platform, but it does receive a 2% when a transaction is made on the platform's peer-to-peer secondary market, while airlines keep another 2%. So the business model, how do these guys plan to make money? Well, you buy a ticket, let's say you buy $1,000 ticket on the platform, like flight, right? And they don't make money. But then if you sell it on the secondary marketplace, they make 2%. And the airlines make another 2%. So the idea here is pretty simple. It's like, okay, we are betting that there's going to be secondary markets for tickets. We are not charging commissions on the sale of the ticket, but we do charge a 4% commission on the secondary market. And a 4% commission on the secondary market, it may seem high, but actually when you're selling your ticket to somebody else or you're buying a ticket from somebody else, you're doing something you cannot do in Web2. So maybe you bought your ticket for 1,000, you don't want to lose it, and you sell it for 800. You don't really care if you're paying 4% or if the buyer is paying 4%. If they buy a ticket worth 1,000 for 800 and they pay extra 4% now, it doesn't clarify here who pays this, but 4% here makes perfect sense, right? Now, OpenSea, for instance, charges 2.5, but we are in this range. We're not in 10, 15, 20% as the OTAs do in accommodations. Well, these are airline tickets, so there's no 15 or 20% commissions usually. So it does make sense. Now, I would like to understand better who pays for it. And I would like to understand, and this is a key point I'm trying to check when I go ahead with this analysis, like if I buy an NFT or if I buy a ticket and I get this NFT and this NFT is on Algorand, okay, am I forced to go through this marketplace or are there other marketplaces? And these, I don't know, these I should really go and study a bit more, because if it was an Ethereum or Polygon or now Arbitrum or any EVM compatible blockchain, yeah, I would say, okay, I'm gonna go sell it on OpenSea. Maybe there's more liquidity there, And now the marketplace business model of TravelX would be attacked because they wouldn't make money on OpenSea. Well, they could, because they could add some extra royalties. Anyway, we'll have to find out. And I'm not sure I will be able to do it in this episode, if these NFTs can be sold in other marketplaces, if there are other marketplaces on Algorand, or you are kind of stuck into this. Now, any NFT ticket or booking or any kind of NFT which can be sold on the secondary marketplace can be sold on a secondary marketplace if there is actually a market. So it is part of you need to be in an environment where there's a secondary marketplace for NFT tickets or bookings or whatever. Today, there isn't anywhere. Now, will it appear in Algorand because there's a big company with a good investment able to attract people to Algorand? Now, let me check for a second if Algorand is EVM compatible. I'm going to be back in a second. Okay, it's funny because I looked for Algorand EVM compatible and I found an article from February this year in which Algorand Foundation announces 10 million grant focused on EVM compatibility as Algorand adoption accelerates. Basically, you can't have another Bitcoin which lives only in Bitcoin. If you are a blockchain, a smart contract blockchain, all the liquidity, all the money which is in Ethereum and Polygon and all the others has to find an easy way to come to you. Like me personally, I don't have Algorand. I don't think I have Algorand tokens. Can't remember, probably don't. And I'm not gonna, if I want to use this system, I need an easy way to bring my money there. I'm not gonna go through, Binance and send euros there. And I have to have an easy bridge, right? So as of February, March this year, there wasn't. So they are building it, because once you build the bridge, you are tapping into the whole liquidity of the whole market. So you go from a very small pond, you connect with this bridge, which is not a bridge. It's like a little, you dug into the ground, and then you allow the water, which is the liquidity from the other, from Ethereum, from the others, to come into yours and yours to go there, right? So yeah, this is at least something that they started working on. So let's assume that if I use TravelX, I'm part of the whole ecosystem and I'm not stuck into a small blockchain. So I quickly checked where Algorand stands in the whole blockchain space. It stands at number 14 with about $300 million in value. The next you may know is Phantom with 500, then we go up Kronos from Crypto.com 800, Solana 900. So Algorand is like a third of Solana, not too bad. Optimism, which is a layer 2 on Ethereum, is more than Solana now, is 910. Arbitrum, another layer 2 on Ethereum, is 967. Polygon is $1.2 billion, Avalanche $1.3 billion, Tron $5 billion, BSC $5 billion, Ethereum $30 billion. Okay, so layer 2s on Ethereum are 6 and 7 now. They passed big blockchains like Solana. So these, it's not connected to TravelX, but like today, if I wanted to launch something, I would really look hard into layer 2s because they are much more compatible. They are part of Ethereum and they have liquidity. The money is there and is growing. So Yep. That's one point I haven't seen in travel Web3 startups. They choose their own blockchains, like Chain for Travel has built a Camino blockchain. TravelX is using Algorand. We haven't seen so far, as far as I know, anything on layer 2s, but I bet this is getting more important. Soon somebody will launch on a layer 2. Okay, that was the end of the first article. Let's go to the second one, which is from a few days ago, the 18th of October, and it's on CoinDesk again. So, title: Latin American exchange Lemon integrates with NFT marketplace TravelX to allow airline tickets purchases. Subtitle: Users of Lemon will be able to purchase up to 2 tickets per person and receive 50% cashback in Bitcoin. Okay, wow. So I can buy 2 tickets and get 50% back in Bitcoin. I'm going to book tomorrow. But I think it's only Latin American, right? Yeah. So let's read it. Latin American crypto exchange Lemon, which I've never heard. Actually, let me check how big these guys are, and I'm going to be back in a second. So, well, the reason I haven't heard of it is because it's a local, regional exchange, but it seems pretty legit, seems pretty good. And do not discount Argentina in crypto. They are very advanced because they went through this very bad economy, very bad monetary policy, high inflation, extremely high inflation in Argentina. Those are people, when you tell them we have money which is not from the state, like Bitcoin or other things, they go like, yeah, okay, great. That's what we needed. Not like in Europe or in the West, we're like, oh, you know why? My credit card works, or euro or dollars work. They know. They've been through it before us. We are going to go maybe through it in the future, hopefully not. But Argentina in general is a very powerful country in terms of crypto. They launched many major projects. Okay, so let's go on and read this. TravelX. Let me restart. So, Latin American crypto exchange Lemon has integrated with TravelX, a tokenized travel products marketplace. To allow its users to buy airline tickets, the company announced Tuesday. TravelX went live in late September, offering tickets for low-cost Argentine airline flight bondi that are converted into NFTs. Okay. Beginning this month, each Lemon user will be allowed to purchase up to 2 tickets on TravelX with USDC from the Lemon wallet and receive 50% cashback in Bitcoin. Okay, there it is, with a $100 USDC limit per transaction. So basically, you can spend $200 and get $100 back in Bitcoin. Amazing if you are there, if you are buying a ticket. I was wondering, how is this sustainable? Basically, it's like saying they give out $100 in Bitcoin per user, which is a bit like, Airbnb giving out $100 for referrals of hosts and stuff like this. So it's part of the marketing money. That's where it stays sustainable for a while. Okay. Prior to this tie-up, users of TravelX were only allowed to buy NFT tickets via Binance Pay. So there's a limitation here. Now to buy these tickets, I have to go through Binance Pay or Lemon. It doesn't seem to be, well, it should be. They said USDC, right? Another question to find an answer to. You need to go through Binance Pay or Lemon, or you can just, use USDC. Anyway, after acquiring an NFT ticket, a customer can auction, sell, transfer, gift, or exchange it through a peer-to-peer system and register only 3 days before the flight. TravelX Chief Blockchain Officer said, okay, what is this? A customer can auction, sell, transfer, blah, 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 through a peer-to-peer system and register only 3 days before the flight. What does it mean? It's not clear. Can I do it only 3 days before the flight, or can I do it before? Another point, which we need to find out. Diaz added that the platform plans to incorporate the inventory of 60 more airlines. This is the same stuff as before. Okay, this is it for the articles. Let's go to their website. There's actually 2 websites. One is TravelX.io, which is the website where they present the thing. And the other one is TravelX.xyz, where you book. Okay, let's go first to TravelX.io. We now have a basic idea through the articles of what they do. Let's see how this is presented on their website. So TravelX.io. a big X in the middle of the screen, reimagining travel together. Okay, this is the classic thing, which means nothing, but it's part of the. I have a personal problem with companies slogans. Like they always mean nothing, and they go more on the emotional aspect, but they don't give any information. But that's me. So yeah, what they said here. Okay, on the right side, explain a bit better. TravelX is building a new blockchain-based distribution and retailing infrastructure of the travel industry. Okay, this is what everybody says. It doesn't say anything neither. Please, guys, just tell me what you're doing. And then there's open, transparent, scalable, frictionless, secure, decentralized, secure. Okay, all these adjective running on the screen. Then some news. TravelX presents at AASO, whatever, some conference in Dubai on the 24th. Oh, look, this today. Crazy. I've just been in Dubai. I just left a few days ago. What is the AACO? I want to check this out because I could have stayed a bit longer and maybe I was there. AACO. Etihad Airways. Okay, something from Etihad. Okay, airlines. It's an event for airlines. Of course, they work in airlines. It's fine. Then, another news, TravelX present at Alta AGM and Airline Leaders Forum. So they're presenting at airline conferences. This was on 18th of October. And then Consolid Global Travel Solutions, the first LATAM is Latin America, agency to use TravelX blockchain technology. We are very excited to announce blah, blah, blah. So there's a company, basically, Global Travel Solutions Console ED, who is using their technology. Okay. I still don't know what you do. That's a feedback for the website builder. Tell me first what you do. And spare me, the big announcement of changing the world and stuff like this. Tell me what you do exactly. Maybe they say it here. Airlines. TravelX technology allows airlines to tokenize their inventory into NFTs. Yes, that's what you do. Okay, first on top, that's what you do. And then generating a more efficient distribution system by reducing costs, improving profitability, and allowing new distribution channels and use cases. Great. This is exactly what I've been talking about for a while, which is NFTs really open new possibilities for many things related to bookings and in this case, tickets. So now 3 boxes here, buy the products. NFT tickets can be exchanged, transferred or sold without cost or limitation. Reimbursement, okay, careful, cost or limitation. There's a 4% cost. And there seems to be some kind of limitation on where you can do it, what marketplaces and what wallets you can use. So, and they actually say NFT tickets, they're specific products, NFT tickets. So this is not correct, in my opinion. Then, reimbursement and changes are immediate and ruled by smart contract. Yes, I want to see the smart contracts here. Allotment management is simplified. Possibility of selling tickets up to 36 months in advance. Okay. Now, lower costs, no distribution GDS fees. GDS are these, distribution systems legacy from 50 years ago, which we still use today for tickets. No credit card fees, of course, because you're using crypto. No payment gateway fees, same. A reduction in after-sale cost. So you don't. Well, there's no call center and customer service apparently, so there's no cost there. Reduced air traffic liability. Okay, they explain this and they say, tickets are tradable, so no need for airlines to issue vouchers or change tickets and create a liability. That's interesting. So, yeah, that's the same thing with hotels, right? The hotel or the airline in this case sells a ticket, they cash the money, and they're done. The liability of having to give a voucher to somebody who will use it in the future, it's gone. It's been sold. This is one of the big good things for the seller in this case. Now, if there's healthy marketplaces, this is great. If there's no marketplaces, which means if there is no liquidity, then it's horrible for the buyer because he can't sell or she can't sell. Now, more profit. New customers. The crypto communities are 400 million and doubles every 12 months. I don't know what this crypto community is, 4 million people, I guess. All right, could be, yeah. Larger market, a frictionless product means more travelers. Okay. Payment options, sell in installment through blockchain smart contracts. new distribution channel, NFT tickets distributed in actual and new channels, for instance, exchanges. Revenue share-based model assures continuous and incremental revenue for airlines. Okay, so nothing new from what we talked about in the past. This is like an application of this, let's still call it an intuition or this experiment. So it's good, it's interesting. Now, another part of the website, pretty girl with a backpack, join the fastest growing community. They are all the fastest growing communities out there. TravelX DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology, is an open protocol that allows travel companies, developers, and new players improve, create, and expand travel products, its distribution, and new cases. Now, here I would expect a link to the Blockchain Explorer where I can see the smart contracts. There's a button, it says, join us for more info. Let me join. All right, I wanted to join. Instead, it sent me to a page called Community, and it says Travelers. A better way of traveling is possible. TravelX is bringing freedom, transparency, clear and better rules for travelers. Okay, they repeat the same thing. So join us for more info, but let me go down first. Okay, traders, investors, these are their advantages. Blockchain projects. So basically, these are the people who should find value into the project. Let me read this. Blockchain company or project, TravelX is bringing freedom. Again, okay. We are creating the larger blockchain ecosystem for the travel industry and partnering with the world's coolest blockchain project. Oh, Chainlist, not Chainlist, sorry. Chain for Travel Camino has a similar idea, like let's be the basic protocol of everything travel related in Web3. You have some competitors here. Developers, blockchain developer or entrepreneur, join the fastest growing community, get early access. Integration partners, travel suppliers and new projects that are being built on top of TravelX protocol are looking for tech companies that can help them expand their business. So if you have a technological company, and you can find customers who want to integrate with the system. Exchanges, wallets and payments, stable coins. So here they say stable coins make it possible for your stable coin to be used for new travel products, distribution ecosystem. But they said they won't accept more stable coins, so they don't plan to. But anyway, if enough stable coins or a big one comes in, they're gonna accept it. Why not, right? Custodian and market makers. We will need custodian and market makers here because, especially custodians, unless they are catering to the Web3 savvy people, and there's many in South America, that could be already a market on its own, they would need custodians. So you know what? Custodian for the company. So if you are a company and you accept NFTs and they are paid in USDC, where are you going to keep your USDC? Huge problem. Either you learn and you have somebody, some kind of process with a safe internally, or you simply leave it on some exchange, which I would suggest today. Just put them on Binance or whatever, or get a custodian who actually helps you manage this money. Okay, university. Anyway, all of them, they say, join us for more info, contact. Well, okay, let me fill this in. I want to be in it. I want to check a bit more about this. So let me do that. Okay, done. I wrote in the contact form that I'm the podcaster of this podcast and that I'm doing an episode on them. Now, the website is pretty rich. There's a lot of stuff. I want to find the smart contract. So technology, let's go. An open blockchain-based protocol for all the community to expand the limits of the travel content distribution. Yeah, there's a schema, independent solutions, service in the marketplace on top of core travel industry infrastructure. Then there are third-party dApps. And then we go to a whole new travel ecosystem and larger industry, more liquidity, improve user experience, expensive secondary market. Then another section, open tools and public APIs for technological integration and developments. Again, public API, open API, is it permissionless? Then public set of tools and APIs. Again, public is not permissionless. So I'm going to assume it's public and not permissionless. So it can be closed. And then this brings us to distribution capabilities, plug and play for actual players, access to new players, solution and service. This is very, I was going to say technical. It's very vague. Anyway. Then payments, identity, reputation, and transactional travel industry, standard wallet system, which brings us to travel wallet integrated net for DeFi. Oh, DeFi. And then it brings us to simplify payments, reduce costs, seamless P2P interactions, less friction. Okay, I'm gonna skip it. Standard NFT smart contracts based on travel asset properties. Okay, standardized NFT smart contracts. I want to see those contracts. Is this an ERC21? Are these ERC1155? Are these something else? Because Algorand is not EVM compatible, so it's probably using a different standards. I don't know about that. Anyway, that brings us to travel products, NFT smart contracts, which brings us to enrich travel products, clear rules, transparency, trackable, etc., etc. Then trustable, immutable, and decentralized travel industry blockchain. Okay, this is Algorand. Yeah, okay, well, we're going to assume it's trustable, immutable, and decentralized. We usually use trustless. Trustable is, Booking.com is trustable. You can trust them. So I'm not sure what they mean here. Which brings us to a travel industry distributed ledger. Okay, this is, again, wants to be the competitor to Camino. We are the blockchain layer one, in a way. And again, this happens a lot in crypto. It's like, okay, Locktrip is doing the same thing, right? You want to have an app where people can book stuff, like Locktrip is hotels, and I think also now airlines. And then you also build the layer one. You build the blockchain, the infrastructure. These are two completely different things, right? So, of course, there's opportunities in both, right? But what do you want to be exactly? What is your goal here, TravelX? Do you want to be the blockchain for travel? Like Camino, at least, is really, chain for travel. Building Camino is very open about that. They don't want to be the app layer. They want to be the blockchain layer. What do you want to be here? Okay, that brings us to common industry, transparent, and decentralized ledger, access to new customers, open to anybody who wants to integrate. Okay. Now, another section, TravelX Solutions. So there's a drawing. On the top, there's 3 third-party apps. Then on the bottom, public set of tool APIs. On the bottom, again, travel wallet, integrating with network DeFi, and even lower travel product NFT smart contracts, and then the blockchain. So it's the usual, blockchain. On top of the blockchain, smart contracts. On top of the smart contract, there's wallets. Then there's a public set of tools and APIs, and then the third-party apps. Then we have another drawing, travel exchange, marketplace, TravelX data, TravelX network, TravelX coin. Okay, we're going to have a coin. So careful with the coin. There's investors. They're going to get the money first, right? Always careful with that. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just be careful. TravelX wallet, TravelX tokens. Okay, tokens and coins, but there's nothing to be clicked, so I don't know what they mean by coin and tokens. I suppose it's going to be a white paper somewhere. And then TravelX tokenizer, maybe the thing which makes bookings into NFTs. And TravelX chain. Wait a second, what is the TravelX chain? Didn't we have Algorand? Okay, there's another question. Are you going to have your own blockchain here? What is this exactly? Okay, so that's basically it. Let's go to their website where you can actually make the bookings. And the website is called TravelX.xyz. So here you go. You can imagine the typical booking, booking website, an image. Your airline ticket is now an NFT ticket, and then you have from, destination, travel days, etc. Let me try Buenos Aires at India from Argentina, right? Buenos Aires, there you go. To Calafate. Is it where I think Calafate is where the Perito Moreno is. I was there once. It's a beautiful glacier. Maybe not there, I don't remember. Travel dates. Okay. 22nd November, 29th of November. Going to be a week there, and there's one passenger, and I do a round trip. Let me search. Okay, search result, not flights available. Let me go from Buenos Aires to somewhere more, maybe common, Salta. Maybe I can go abroad, actually. Let's see. Oh, I found a ticket. Oh, cheap. Look at that, $77. It's a low cost, actually, yeah. So buy it. and I have to create an account, but I won't do this now. Let's go back to their website to see if they had some information, but I doubt, because this is a customer facing. They don't care about the technology. Okay, let me go in English. It's Spanish in English, by the way. So book it for free, name it. Now you can change the name of the passengers. This is the big interesting part, right? I'm buying a ticket, I'm going to use it, or if not, I'm going to give it away or sell it. Amazing. This is what NFTs promise. Oh, look at that. Calafate is actually where the Perito Moreno is. Okay. I could fly from Buenos Aires to Iguazu, Mendoza, Sao Paulo. Okay, Brazil too. Beautiful. Oh, auctions. Look at this. NFT tickets on auction. Trending auctions. Now, I can buy a flight to Iguazu from Buenos Aires. There's an auction right now at $121. Okay, how much is the flight? Let me make this check. So Buenos Aires to, we said, Iguazu, and the dates are 19, 26 January next year. 1926, select one person. Let me see. $46. Oh, I'm sorry, what does it mean here? It's cheaper. Okay, maybe at the same time, 1545. Let me see if there's a 1545 flight. Nope. No. Okay, I can't see. Well, there are on the same day much cheaper options. I think is return $50, $60, and here is $123. Maybe that time is a specific time, but it's $121. So I don't see why somebody would buy it. And then to see the auction, I have to create an account. Shall I create an account? Let me try. There you go. So I created an account. I remind you that I stop the microphone often, do my things, and come back. So this is not a continuous recording. Never in the podcast. It's always stopped. Okay, let's go back to the trending auctions. So there's one auction from Buenos Aires to Iguazu. Iguazu are the famous waterfalls. Beautiful, I've been there. Which cost $121. And let's see, I couldn't see before the auction. Now that I'm logged in, this auction ends in 6 hours. I can see the auction and I click. Okay, I see stuff now. Current price $121, minimum markup $1, floor price $121. So floor price is the cheapest price of an NFT collection usually on OpenSea. Here probably not, because this is a specific one NFT for one specific ticket. There's no collection. And the floor price of the collection of tickets is not $121, it's less, because I've seen other auctions for $60 and stuff. Anyway, whatever that means, there's a minimum markup of $1. I think you can offer at least $1 more. I think that's what it means. And there's an interesting thing here. So the auction ends in 6 hours. Current price $121. Minimum bid $121. It means I have to bid at least $121. Minimum markup $1. I don't know what does it mean. Maybe I have to actually bid $122. I don't know. And then users bids. There's no bids. I see a button continue to place a bid. So I continue to place a bid and I put a number. I have to put minimum $121. I don't know what the minimum markup of $1 is, but let me offer $130. And nothing else changes, so the minimum markup or the floor price don't change. So let's say $130, and I place the bid. And what happens here? Oh, I don't have money in the wallet to place a bid, so I have to deposit. I have a wallet. I didn't know I had a wallet. I haven't seen any seed phrases, so this is for sure custodial wallet. Now, deposit. Let me see what I can deposit. I have to put my phone number. Okay, let me put my phone number. All the world has it already, so what's the point hiding it anymore? Here's my number. Okay. I got a verification code. Let's see. Okay, I verified with my phone number. I click deposit again. Okay, I can deposit with Lemon or Binance Pay for free or other wallets. Interesting. For this transaction, we need your KYC. Okay, and now I will stop here. I'm not going to do KYC here. So basically, if you are a Lemon or Binance Pay customer, you are already KYC'd. KYC is know your customer, is when they ask you your documents, right? Picture, selfie, all those things. And of course, they need you to KYC. Now, this is a very important thing. If you come from DeFi, where you basically exchange tokens and stake tokens and borrow land, become a liquidity provider, etc., you don't KYC. Why? Well, because it's decentralized finance. It's completely permissionless. Everybody in the world can participate in that economy. Now, when they ask you to KYC, it's like, okay, we need to know who you are as a person. And that means not all the world can participate. There are limitations. I mentioned Iran before, and there's many other countries. It's the compliant word. It's like banks, okay? So this specific project, TravelX, is not a decentralized project. Is it still a Web3 project? Yes, NFTs and stuff. So basically, this is not decentralized travel. This is not decentralized bookings in the extreme sense, like protocols. I'm not interacting with a protocol, which doesn't ask me who I am. I'm interacting with a company. Now, I won't go ahead. I don't even know if I have Binance Pay. Do I have Binance Pay? Let's see, $200. I have Binance, a Binance card. Do I have Binance Pay? Let me check this. All right, it looks like I do have the Binance Pay app, and I'm able to send money to them. I want now, because I want to make sure first if there's actually a secondary market. Oh, okay, I found the bug. If guys from TravelX listen to this, after trying to deposit the funds and then being sent to Binance Pay, I'm reading success, you deposit funds. And then confirm transactions time depends on network congestion, etc., etc. But I haven't actually deposited funds, so there's a wrong check here. All right, so I don't have money, I cannot do transactions, so I'll leave it at there. I'll leave it there now. I'm not gonna do KYC. I'm going back right now. What I want to see here is any user bits. I want to see the market, but before that, I see an NFT ticket ID, which is kind of of course, it's not an Ethereum address. It could be an Algorand address. I'll try to find out. And there's a link to NFT ticket info. Let me click that. Okay. Flight details, baggage info. Okay, that's about the flight, basically. NFT ticket info. Again, NFT ticket ID. Make a new bid, and I see this number, which looks like an address. Again, let me copy it, and let me try to go on the Algorand blockchain, see if that works. I'm going to look for the Algorand blockchain explorer, and the way I do this normally is I go to either the website or CoinGecko. CoinGecko is a bit more organized, so I know where to find things. So let me go on CoinGecko, on their token, and see if I find the blockchain explorer. All right, that was fast. I already had found the token. The token, by the way, is called Algo and is worth about 30 cents. Let me see. Their explorer is called Algo Explorer. I'm going to paste this address I got from the NFT page, and it finds nothing. So this is probably not a transaction ID, not an NFT ID, etc. So, yeah, still no sign of any blockchain stuff here. So what I'm going to do now is go and look straight into the blockchain. So I'm going to see if in the blockchain explorer, in Algorand blockchain, I can find anything about TravelX. So I'm writing TravelX in the search, and I see travelx.algo. It's an asset. could be related, could not be related. There's nothing. There's 4 transactions. And I don't know. Oh, there's a template on IPFS. Let's see. No, there's a JSON. I don't see anything from here. There's another one which is called TravelX Factory. It's an application. Oh, yes. Look at that. It points to travelx.io. Let me click the link just to make sure. Okay, cool. I found a TravelX Algo in the Algo Explorer. So we did find something in the blockchain. Let us see what it says. TravelX Factory, it's an NFT category, NFT distribution protocol, community. Oh, look at that. They have Discord. So I'm opening Discord in the meantime. Oh, the invite is invalid, so I'll have to find somewhere else. Profile, TravelX protocol is a blockchain-based. Okay, they explain the same thing. Application ID, timestamp. It was created on August 29. Ad block, whatever. Transaction ID. So there's a transaction of the creation of, I suppose, the TravelX Factory, which may be or may not be the smart contract or the token. I don't know. This is not EVM compatible. It's not Ethereum. I can't read that stuff. Even if they use Pragma, look at that. They use the same. That looks like Solidity, does it? Same language as Ethereum. Doesn't look too much like that, but they use Pragma, which is the kind of version 6. Okay, anyway. I can't read that stuff. I can't read the stuff because I don't know this blockchain. We know that the sender balance has 4.99 of their tokens, so $1 or something. The fee was very low. Let's see if I find something else. Okay, let's go back to the page where I found them. Application usage, interesting. There's been 84 transactions so far. The last one 11 hours ago. So stuff is happening. Let's see if you can decode the last transaction 11 hours ago. Now, before I go ahead with this, what I'm doing here, I'm looking at the blockchain. So what's happening on the blockchain, which is public by default. And that's a very interesting skill to acquire because, when you see a project on Web3, specifically in Web3 in travel, you have a lot of information to digest. So you have the media, their website, their application. But if you really want to go to the core, where they can't lie in a way, where a project cannot really lie is at the blockchain level. It's like looking in the database of, an OTA, right? So if you learn to read blockchain explorers, there will be Etherscan in Ethereum, for instance, Polygon Scan in Polygon. They are scan, right? They are blockchain explorers. They are websites which allow you to read the blockchain in a more human readable way. Not to say that it is easy, but it's better than looking at the blockchain directly. They kind of help you make sense. And at the higher level, there are analysis tools, etc. But learn this. This is really, it's like the higher level than programming. Like if you're very good, you can learn programming and learn the code. But this is as important as learning the code. So what I'm doing here is like, there was 11 hours ago, something happening. And I'm trying to decode this. And again, I'm not in my own environment. I'm in Algorand, which I don't know. But everything comes out of Bitcoin and then of Ethereum, and everything is kind of similar. So it shouldn't be really, really hard. So we have type application code. Block, there's a block number. So when did it happen? But we know this happened like 11 hours ago. The sender is probably the person who interacted with the contract. If we're talking about a contract here, maybe it's just sending money or something. Application ID is the TravelX Factory. And then we have this code, decompiled. Well, maybe we can try. Let me see that. All right, I parsed through the code and I couldn't understand much. It looks like the creation of an NFT ticket. It would be better if in the application I could see a link to the transaction, but they don't give this link. So it would be better if the application I could see, okay, NFT created by somebody, I don't need a name, click and go to the Algo Explorer to get the validation, the verification that this actually happened. And so we could read that. Yeah, that's all for now. So we know that they have some kind of smart contract for NFTs, which is really good. I mean, it's really nice to see that something is happening at the blockchain level for once. All these Web3 and travel projects where they put smart contract words everywhere, and then there's no smart contract anywhere. So this is for real. Very good, very interesting. Now, another thing I'm going to do here is try to look for this on the testnet. What is a testnet? It's another blockchain where you can test stuff. The tokens have no value. You can actually use it as a test. And sometimes in testnet, you find more. Actually, most of the times in testnet, you find more than mainnet, because before launching on mainnet, you test in testnet, right? So let's see. And yes, I found the TravelX token, which has even a link to IPFS on Piñata, from Bue to Maya. And it was made in August. Okay, doesn't say much. There's no image here. It doesn't have a price, etc. Total supply 1,000. It's maybe a mintable token. And this thing is from a long time ago. Let me check this. 298 days ago. What happened 298 days ago? They created 1,000 TravelX tokens. This is probably not the token. It's too long time ago. Probably it's not even them. Let me look for something else. Because if let's say TravelX launches a token, okay, called TravelX, I can create another token called TravelX. Names are not identifiers. They're not unique identifiers. It's a smart contract, which is the identifier. So anybody could have built TravelX token I'm looking at right now. And now I found TravelX.algo, which is also very old. These tests it's old stuff. So let's try the last one, TravelXtest.algo. And this is also this is more recent, from 100 days ago. Okay, what I've just seen in testnet here is either something completely unrelated, or maybe it's them testing stuff which is coming up in the future. They also have a beta test. I suppose this is, I don't know what beta test is, but there's nothing about TravelX here. Now, since we are exploring, the blockchain, why don't we explore GitHub too? So basically, the code they wrote publicly. All right. So I looked for TravelX and I found something which is called TravelX, but it doesn't seem related. It seems like a university assignment. So it's a web development project, kind of like something like Airbnb, where I can book a place, apparently. This is completely unrelated, but let me see if there's something blockchain related here. No, okay, forget about that. Let's go back on GitHub and look for TravelX in whole GitHub. There's many. Then there's something from, this is from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2021, TravelX website. Let's see if this is the TravelX website. Index, no, I don't think so. A lot of stuff, but nothing really major here. So I don't think we found their code in GitHub. All right. Now, the last thing, and I know this is becoming a long analysis, but I've seen, they raised a lot of money. The idea makes sense. It's in production in Argentina, and they have smart contracts. So I feel a bit out of my element because it's not an Ethereum, an EVM. Basically, it's a different blockchain. But, let's go over that. It doesn't really matter. Let's go into the community. Let's see what we have. Well, before that, I checked other trending auctions, but none of them has bids. So it's still not, used, basically, which is a pity. But it can be expected. They just launched. Now, again, an NFT project where I buy tickets and I can sell them on the secondary market. If there's no active secondary market, they are basically worthless. This is not to, disparage the project. Of course, it's new. They just started. But at the moment, if I buy a ticket with them, yeah, okay, they give me half of it in Bitcoin, I would buy it anyway. I mean, immediately. But at the moment, there's no secondary market, unfortunately. Let's go to their website and see if I can get into their community, because they said community, remember? They have a whole page community. Let's check out their community. I'm trying to get the Discord link. Oh, they removed the Discord link. So they have Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Okay, TravelX Twitter has 3,000 people. Not much, and yeah. There's no community, guys, unfortunately, yes. At least it's not somewhere we can see, and let's see. So basically, I need to stop this year because there's no community. Let me kind of remind me the questions we had with them. One question was answered, probably the most important. Do you have smart contracts? Well, it looks like they have. Okay, this is great. Do you have a secondary marketplace? Not yet. Do you have a token? Not yet, but it looks like yes. And let me talk about the token again here, because this environment, the blockchain environment, is the Wild West, right? Now, tokens. When there are investors and then a token is launched, it could be a big opportunity, or it could be a way for investors to come back of their investment. So you come into a project where the investors have put money, and then the token is launched. You may be the exit liquidity. You may be the people who provide the money for the investors to come out with a 2x or 10x or whatever. I'm not saying at all TravelX is this, of course. I'm just saying careful. Always be suspicious by default, okay, of everything. Never put your money unless you're sure. And especially never put your money just because everybody's putting into it, because they may be the masses of exit liquidity jumping down the cliff. Again, I'm saying this in the context of TravelX because I'm here, but I'm not talking about them. They don't even have a token. They just mentioned that they may have a token in the future or something. So it's just a general reminder that tokens are double-edged tokens, double-edged swords. They can make you rich, and they can make you poor, and make investors rich. And why I keep saying these things, because I know many people will get wrecked. They will lose a lot of money in Web3 in travel. They're going to get excited because they see flashy presentations, flashy websites, big investments, big names, etc. That doesn't mean nothing in Web3. This is the Wild West. So if you have all those parameters aligned, okay? Look, the big investors puts $50 million in a Web3 project. It means nothing, because it's not happening where they made the money. It's happening elsewhere. It's happening in the Wild West. These people don't know the Wild West. We've seen in crypto incredible investments on incredibly stupid projects. I'm not saying projects which have failed. Projects do fail, especially in such an environment, but stupid from day one. And why did they do it? They didn't care about the project. They cared about getting a token out there, getting people excited, and leaving the token and making 10x, 100x, whatever, and leaving retail with no money in their pockets. And again, it's in the wrong context. I'm talking about TravelX, which doesn't even have a token, so forgive me for that. But yeah, extremely careful, please. All right, so a few things to say about TravelX. First of all, let's keep looking at it. It's solid. There's something there. Okay, if you ever think to kind of invest into this, if and when it becomes investable, look at Algorand, the blockchain itself. Look at the liquidity on DeFi Llama. Look if it's growing. Look if they have actually integrated EVM. So if the money from Ethereum, the others can come in and out easily. Look at how many NFTs have been issued, and especially look at the secondary market. Now, I'm saying this in perspective of investment. That's probably wrong. Let's keep looking at this project. Of course, as always, when I talk about the project, you are invited on my podcast if you want to present it, and we can discuss about it. So no problem. You are invited. So let's keep looking at this. how it grows, where it goes. I think projects like this deserve 6 months later or something another episode to see where they went. So thank you for people who told me to check it out. It is a really interesting project. And and see you next time. All right, this is the end of today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. For more insights on Web3, follow me on Twitter at tripluca, TRIPLUCA, and see you next time.